So we haven't gotten a ton of news from the mountain this past week, but we do have some more horoscopes from Riders Republic. So we're going to get to that in news, followed by a kind of fun, lax main topic. It has almost next to nothing to do with Steep. We're just having fun this week. It is Après Steep, episode 27.
We are now just 57 days away from Riders Republic as we are still anxiously awaiting that September 2nd release date. But we might not have to wait that long. The registration for the beta is still open, so if you want to be a part of that, check out the link down below.
You can also check out the link. They have it posted over on the official Riders Republic Twitter, along with the latest update of Riders Republic horoscopes and what you should expect, how you should expect to experience the game based on your birth sign. So this time around, we have readings for Virgo, Libra, the best of the bunch, Scorpios, and Sagittarius. And Scorpio, obviously, is my sign. We covered Mitch's last week, but it looks like I'm just going to be eating it. They referenced the scorpion tail position, whenever you land on your face and your legs come up and you make a scorpion out of yourself. It's basically what they said is in store for me. So they said a lot of practice is going to be going to be required for Riders Republic. So if you'd love to know your horoscope, go and check it out. I think we just have a couple more to go.
I think there's 12, isn't there? That's the collection.
Is there?
I think that's it. The first 4 were like months ago, and then the last 2 waves of 4. So I think that's it.
I can't do math. That checks out, though. I trust you.
So you wrote a little bit on this sheet before I sat down. What exactly are we doing for this main topic? Because it doesn't look like Steeper Riders Republic to me.
I tried to get it as close as I could. I'm going to be completely honest. We're coming off of Independence Day weekend, and I'm hurting a little bit. I may have drank a little too much apple juice over the weekend. But I tried to go with some either or questions. So, like, for example, the first one we're going to hit is Netflix or Hulu. So just whichever one you prefer. Maybe we will have a discussion somewhere. Maybe we'll disagree at some point and we'll be able to get into it a little bit. But it starts with Netflix or Hulu, and it goes through some Steep and Riders Republic sports. So there might be something later on, but yeah, I'm sorry. This one's kind of lazy.
That's all right. Maybe we'll give more insight into our personalities somehow, just like the signs, the things, the horoscopes.
Yeah, right.
That's
there you go.
Something like that. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
And, we should get this kind of stuff done. We should mess around in Après Steep now before Riders Report takes over, because once we actually start getting into the game and we start having real things to talk about, that's going to be center focus for like years.
Yeah.
So we have a couple episodes left where we can just mess around a little bit. So
I think we were saying we'll start the Riders Report once the beta hits around that time. So we actually have game stuff to talk about. But your first one, Netflix or Hulu?
I'm a Hulu guy, 100%.
Okay. Any reason? Any shows?
I kind of want to hear. I like all of the Fox shows. So like Family Guy, Simpsons, American Dad, all of those like animated shows. They upload the day after they air. So all of the Fox sitcoms and everything that we watch upload the night after at midnight, whatever. So we can watch those shows most recently. So it's kind of as close to cable as I get.
For me, I don't watch much of anything. You know that probably better than most. Any show or movie, you're like, you seen this? Nope. I don't know. I can't sit still and watch something. I'd rather be doing something. Netflix, I watch Stranger Things and Mindhunter, and Hulu did get Letterkenny, so I'm going to have to go with Hulu just for that, so I can watch those episodes when they drop.
Respect. All right. Yeah, I can respect that 100%. Off to a wonderful start. Here we go. We're getting into some sports. Since we were both celebrating Independence Day on the water yesterday, we were both on pontoon boats in 2 completely different areas, 2 completely different rivers, but we were still partying up on the same kind of boat. We got some boat questions here, some watercraft questions. So would you rather water ski or wakeboard? So basically ski or snowboard on being towed by a boat. And have you done either one of those?
No, I've kneeboarded.
Okay.
That's about as close as I've gotten. I would be better at water skiing just because of my skiing background and skating, I would think. But I think wakeboarding would be more fun almost and a little easier to control. There's not too much, I feel like, you can do water skiing compared to a wakeboard. And I feel like it would be easier to land on a wakeboard if you hit a wake since you're just landing on one platform instead of two legs. I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I have gone water skiing before, like with both legs, not the mono ski. But doing both legs on, two water skis, it's fun, but yeah, it's rigid. Like you really can't do a lot. You're kind of just being towed. Wakeboard feels like you can carve and maneuver a little more. So that would be a bunch of fun. I'd love to try that. You mentioned kneeboarding. Do you like strap your knees down for kneeboarding?
Yeah, you can. Usually you start off laying down on it. And then once you get up to speed, you just put your elbows and pull your knees up.
Gotcha.
It's like a weird, you have to do it all at one motion, but once you do it, you just go straight onto your knees, and then there's a strap that you can tighten over your legs just so you can do spins. Like I've done a couple spins.
Gotcha. Super cool. Fun. I'm going to have to try kneeboarding too. Sticking with water questions, we have jet ski or a cigarette boat. Which would you rather have fun with? You have one day. You have 24 hours to have a jet ski or a cigarette boat. For those of us who do not know what a cigarette boat is, they're the very narrow, very skinny racing boats that you see down in like Miami, Florida, all of those ones that are painted like bright orange and bright green. They're just atrocious. But they are fast as snot, dude. They have like 8 engines on the back of them. They're just meant for speed. Or like a tricked out Sea-Doo. Which one would you pick?
I'd probably go with the jet ski, I think. I love driving boats, but my cousin had a jet ski that when it was working, because it was used and it was one of the supercharged jet skis, it could hit like 65 miles an hour on flat water. And he would take me up to that, and I've driven like that. It's impossible to hold on at that speed. It's almost painful, especially if the water's hitting you in the face. Like you need a full shield or it just hurts your eyes. But I think they're more fun. Like you can jump them. So, again, if you get some good waves near a beach or an ocean, you can actually get some good air on a jet ski. So I'm going with that.
Okay. All right. I love jet skis. And this is one of those questions where it's like, well, it depends on where it would be. Because like if I'm on a lake, I'm obviously taking a jet ski. If I'm in like a bay or a sound, I'm taking a jet ski. I'm out in the open ocean, I'm ripping on a cigarette boat, dude. Like even down the coast. What's that?
Only if it's calm.
Yeah, right. Only if it's calm. Exactly. But I love the speed, and I just feel like that would be, you talk about holding onto a jet ski, holding onto a boat going 100 miles an hour plus.
We always see them in Pittsburgh on the weekends. And I'm like, where are you taking it? Because
what are you doing?
The entire downtown area on the weekend is no wake. So you're going like 2 miles an hour and you just hear the engine just rumbling. And then once you get out of the no wake zone, you have maybe a mile on each river until you hit a dam and you have to go through a lock. So you're not taking that thing fast anywhere. You're just showing off. It's always the shirtless guys.
Oh, like, yeah.
One shirtless guy and another shirtless guy on a cigarette boat doing nothing on the weekend.
Yep, absolutely.
No canopy, nothing. There's nothing else you can do.
No, they're turning their bodies to leather, and they paid $500,000 to buy this boat, and dang it, they are going to drive this boat down the river as slow as possible, so everyone knows that they own it.
It's the people who drive motorcycles slowly through like a downtown just to do it.
Yeah, right. Just loud. Oh man, that's awesome.
All right, next one is winter sport now. Skeleton, luge, or bobsled?
Getting ready for the Olympics here. I know it's the summer games, but it always makes me go back and watch the winter games. Getting hyped up for both. I am a real big fan of skeleton. Just because I feel like there has to be something wrong in your head to go head first down that track.
Yeah.
Hitting what, speeds of 70 kilometers?
Probably more. Probably 100. 60 miles an hour is 100K, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so there's just a special. We had a friend. We went to school with a guy who tried out for the Olympic skeleton team.
Who was that?
Mike from hockey. Matt's his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mike tried to train and go for skeleton, and he missed it by like 5 seconds, or he got an injury or something. I can't remember. Oof. Didn't make the team.
Well,
but he wanted to try and do it.
Yeah, we almost had completely side tangent. 3 track athletes from our high school just missed the Olympic cut. They were like
I saw that.
5th and 8th, and I think you had to be 3rd or higher in that event to go.
They grew up in my neighborhood, and they both graduated like 2 and 3 years before me. Mm-hmm. My mom got her hair cut from one of their moms. Anyway, which one are you taking? Skeleton, luge, or bobsled?
Luge, because I'm not as psycho, so I'll go feet first, you know.
Yeah, you'll just have your entire leg shoot up through your torso if you mess up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's what knees are for. Knees, hips, and ankles are all shock absorbers before they hit you in the face.
So neither of us are going in that metal torpedo contraption.
Well, no, that's what we would do together. This is like what we would do individually. Together, It's the bobsled.
Okay.
Together, we'd be the cigarette boat guys.
Someone, Flair, please Photoshop us on 2 bodies on a cigarette boat. Thank you. Okay, moving on with this list. Ski or snowboard? I think we've answered this one. Oh, yeah, that is the next one.
Yeah, ski. I'm going ski. That's what I've done. I do skates all the time, so I want to learn how to park ski. That's my next goal.
Yeah, and in the video game, I understand snowboarding better. I think it makes more sense in my head in steep, but in real life, same thing, skiing, because of the riding rollerblades and all of that and ice skates through the years. You just get to learn your center of gravity and how you can lean.
Yeah.
Staying along the same trail with skiing and snowboarding. See what I did? Same trail. Would you rather hit the trails at night or early in the morning? So are you getting under the lights, or are you getting the...
I was just giving you nasty side eye for that joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
I'm good at that.
Wow.
If it looked like I freeze.
I really did. I was like, hang on a minute. So yeah, are you hitting the morning or are you hitting nighttime?
I think nighttime. I like it's almost quiet. You can hear almost the snow falling, and it's just everything's muffled a little bit and quiet, and then the lights are kind of lighting up the trail, but it's like a little bit bright, and then it gets darker, so it's just a really cool look to it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take the fresh groom morning before the sun bakes it all day and you get those big ice patches. I'm thinking specifically of Seven Springs and only going at night and only hitting the crummy stuff at the end of the day because everyone's been on it and it just turned to a big old sheet of 200 yards worth of ice in the fastest straight. But yeah, okay. All right, so there's some division. So I go out in the morning, I come back and like you prepare lunch or whatever, and I'll prepare dinner whenever you come back.
There we go. Out. We got it, yeah. Or I go like late night, like 2 a.m. skiing. You know,
Lord.
I guess the lifts aren't running, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, snowshoes. Yeah. All right, move. You want to take the next one?
Yeah, BMX, mountain bike, or road bike. So I think you're getting into Riders Republic themed with that one.
How'd you guess? Which one would you take? The BMX obviously is going to be a DLC.
Are we talking in game or real life?
No, we're talking in real life. I'm just saying BMX is a DLC in the game.
Right.
So you don't expect it to be there the day that you buy the game.
I think it is if you pre-order. Anyway,
but pre-order the game. Grab it.
We're going to be wrong on multiple fronts if we keep talking. So I think it's pre-order day one. But I'd go with mountain bike. I've not done like official mountain biking, but used our bikes kind of to do the same thing on some old trails, and I think that's the most fun. Anything that's on concrete, like BMX, I'm just gonna hurt myself. I need something soft to fall on, like dirt or snow, so I think mountain bike is the best for that, and I love those little trails that they create with the different wooden planks and that sound. It's like one of the best sounds, like ice skates on an ice sheet. Yeah, on the wood. That's the best.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Side story, I'll tell you more after we're done here. I was roller skating the other day downtown, and I went over planks like that, so I got that. It sounded so cool. I loved it. I went over it like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, we both grew up in the same spot. You know, shout out Fort Allen and all of those little trails where there weren't supposed to be trails, like the dunes and all that kind of stuff. So we both grew up just with mountain bikes, and even if you had a BMX bike, you rode it like a mountain bike where we grew up. So that makes a lot more sense to me. I never was big into jumping or leaving the pedals or my seat. You know, I like to keep the bike in between my legs at all times. So mountain biking, you know, same as you, I've never done it hardcore, but I would love to get into it. Like, I think I'm going to start looking into saving up for a decent mountain bike and finding some trails, because I'd love to learn how to conquer like a really steep trail. That'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Road bikes are just nuts.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The Tour de France bikes.
Yeah, that's
silly.
That's more pain. That's just pain.
$15,000 to go 100 miles an hour on the pavement. You get wiped out by some lady's arm with a sign.
I get the liking going fast, but I mean, that's just pain and work. If I want to go that fast, I got a motor.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Speaking of motors, let's wrap this baby up.
Well, the question that has no motors.
Wait, what? No,
Paramotor is the motored one.
Okay. So, Mitch, would you rather use a wingsuit or a paramotor? I wrote paraglide.
You did write paraglide. That's the slow one. That's what was in Steep. And Riders Republic, we are just getting paramotor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, between a wingsuit. So you have a squirrel suit where you're dropping out of the plane.
Yeah,
and you have the paramotor where you're taking off and landing yourself.
Right. I also really want to learn how to paramotor. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and Instagram, so I do want to do that, and because PA is great for that with all the hills and the fields.
Oh yeah.
But I would love to wingsuit too, and I think that's one of those once in a lifetime things versus paramotor, which you own and then you could do for a while. I'm not gonna buy a wingsuit and then just casually charter a plane every weekend to jump out of it.
But, you join like a skydiving team or group or something, Like you kind of chip in. I don't know. I think there has to be like memberships for jumping.
Maybe.
There's no way that you're just shelling out money to jump like a jump card, like 10 jumps or whatever for this price. I don't know.
I mean, that's probably how it does.
But, it does take a lot of time. I feel like you could start paramotor quicker. It might be more expensive up front, but I think you can start that up quicker than wingsuiting, because you also have to do enough tandem skydiving jumps to become solo certified. And once you're solo certified, you need a certain amount of jumps before you strap into the squirrel suit. So that's a longer trail and probably more money at the end of it. But I think I would have to go wingsuit. I think that would be way too much fun. I've been skydiving, and it's just, you can't recreate that. So to do a wingsuit where you can kind of control where you're going and enjoy it for a bit longer, that would be awesome.
You see that video?
I love the speed. I
think it was Red Bull. Maybe I sent it to you, but the two guys that wingsuited back into a plane.
Yes.
I saw
and they
that.
Padded the entire inside of the plane. They kind of just barreled, tucked it in.
Yeah, because once you get in, you've got no more air. Like, you've got no more lift on your suit. Like, as soon as you suck into that, you just fall.
Oh yeah, I loved watching the behind the scenes of that, where they were trying to get in, and one of the guys like bumps.
Is that where that first clip was from?
Plane. Yeah.
Because when I saw the video, the first clip he misses. Yeah, and I was like, then they showed the sun. I'm like, they didn't do that. Like, they made it in, but yeah, just doom, and then falls like a rock for a second until he can straighten out.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying. Like, you watch skateboarders do their thing, and it's all well and good. They fall, they get back up. You're flying through the sky, and you crack the side of an airplane, and you don't make it in, and then you still have to recover and land. Even if you broke your wrist, you have to land.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to land in a plane anytime soon, but I'd definitely love to rip through. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. You guys, whoever watched through all of that, you can comment your choices out of each of those if you want to, or discuss them in Discord. Yeah.
Sorry again. Please use the topic suggestion tag in our Discord and give us some fun questions to debate in these next upcoming few episodes. I'm losing my mind. Please, let's get us to Riders Roundup.
It's time to pick some pictures, Nick. Did
Sure is.
We got the best Steep photos was the album that we put up, so people can submit just your best photos you've ever taken in Steep. And we're going to leave this album up until the end of the show, since it's probably within the next 5-7 weeks, because we'll get started with the new one. So we have submissions so far from Sofex and Nate Hotshot. So this week we'll pick our favorite Sofex photo that he submitted. I didn't count it. It's around 10 that he sent in, because he said he had a very hard time picking, and him being the photographer he is, I can see why. So did you have a favorite out of this Sofex batch of photos?
I did. I hope I didn't steal yours. It is the grayest of all of them. You might say the most bland. It's the one with the person doing a backflip in the skis with the, it's like seafoam green. You see which one I'm talking about here?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep.
Okay, yes. All right, so we're all looking at it here. I love this one because of the bright and super... They're light colors, so they're not popping a ton, but they're also just super bright, and they stand out in all of this. He's also covering the sun flare with the rider's body, which is something that we don't see a whole lot in this game. Everyone loves that sun flare. They love how the sun is captured in the pictures. But Sofex just took it one step further and said, I am the sun, I am the glowing light, and picked a very glowing outfit, you know, and color choices here. I love this one. And what about you? Did I steal it?
What? No, you didn't. That wasn't in my running, believe it or not. There was a couple. The snowboard backflip, the ski mute grab, I believe, with the cherry blossom. Those are both there, but I think I'm going to have to go with the one with the friends, the orange photo, the one where they're all sitting up on top of the mountain. And we always talk about that one last ride feeling that you get from a photo, but this is the one last ride with all of the friends getting ready to go on the slopes, and just makes me excited for Riders Republic too, because, you know, the social aspect of it, there's going to be more people on the mountain, so it's going to be that much cooler to have your crew of friends riding while other crews of friends are riding on the mountain. So I just love it. And he's got the sun just setting behind the mountain to the right, and they're all looking in that direction. So just spot on.
You're going to make me tear up, dude. It's like this is the closing image on Steep right here.
I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you. Oh, man. 2 weeks in a row, Blink-182 coming in clutch. Looking at the rest of this album, like you said, we are picking our favorites from Sofex this week. Next week, we will select Nate Hotshot. And the week after will be whoever else submits. You don't have to go in and take new photos here. Just submit what you got. Submit your favorite from throughout the history of you riding in Steep. I already have the one that I want to pick for Nate Hotshot. And it looks biblical. That's all I'm going to say. I love it. It's biblical. It's epic.
He always epic with Nate, though. So, I mean, you know, just excited to see that. And whatever other photos we have. I might be able to find some of my old photos, too, and throw them in. We'll do a slideshow video, like the old weekly challenge videos for this one, too. Or maybe every photo we've ever gotten. Who knows? I'll just download them all. Gigabytes.
That would be a fun live stream.
Okay.
Put those together in a slideshow, and we can go through them. But for this goodbye, you know, I think the best ofs should be a video.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fun live stream. Just you know, laid back, relaxed.
All the albums, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Ton of fun. Sweet.
The art review.
Like Mitch said at the beginning here, you can submit your pictures to this same photo album. Just your best Steep photos in the link down below. That's going to do it for episode 27 of Après STEEP. Of course, thank you to our members, executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D and Coach 34, co-producers It's the Mort and Mama Bell, and Fans Plus. We love you all.
Yes, we do. We love you.
It was an awful throw. I'm so sorry.
You always leave me at that spot, and I'm never ready for the follow-up. Even while you said that, I'm like, he's just going to drop it, and it's going to be me. And then it came to that time. Oh, well.
So sorry.
That's fine. Yes, thank you to our members. If you want to be a member, you can hit the join button down below. You get early access to Après STEEP and Riders Report once that happens, and a couple exclusive videos and some other cool perks, which you can see below. You can also subscribe to catch every video that we upload, not just our weekly show, but our challenges, TFG, some other random games, all of that fun stuff. And then we have our rest of our socials down below: Instagram, Twitter, Linktree, Discord, the best place to keep up with us because we're always chatting about something weird, whether it's food or music or actual video games.
Yeah, you covered it all this week, man. You left me with nothing. Made fun of me for dropping you off, and then you took everything out from underneath you. That was perfect. I am not going to complain. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week. We will see you same place, same time next week. Après STEEP episode 28 coming at you in 7 days. We'll see yins. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see yins on the slopes.